What is up, my string beans, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in our Prehistoric DLC. Where in the last episode we put together this thing, and this is about 3/4. Let me see. Yeah, about 3/4 of what I'm currently working on. I am building it in pieces so that we can slowly build on up. Let's see, put this guy right here. And I made the mistake of when I was not designing, because I didn't design this, I copied it off of the internet. But when I was placing down like all these things and making this blueprint, more or less, because where I found this, they didn't have any like blueprint available, so I just kind of had to copy it off of like looking at it and everything. But yeah, when I was putting this together, I made the mistake of making everything out of tile, normal tile, and I definitely need to be making it out of insulated tile because all this inside here is going to be really, really, really hot. Another thing that we're going to be working on today, other than trying to finish this up, is we're putting together a rocket package. It's going to be a couple rockets, but it's going to be a rocket package to help colonize. So this is going to be the actual colonizer. We're going to change this, rename this colonizer. Did you work? Oh, someone needs to come change it. The colonizer, this one is going to be... I think we have this one labeled as something else. The names are around here somewhere. And then this one is going to be our resupplier. Yeah, so resupplier, rover deployer. So this is our rover deployer, and this is our colonizer. But I came and... Why is this? What is this? What's going on? What is this? Cancel all of... No, okay. And this is our trailblazer. So in this one... all we literally did was just add an additional bed. I hope it's going to be okay. We can probably remove this, and that's going to take away some of the decor, but honestly I think it'll be fine because mess tables are assigned, and so we're going to have 2 dupes in here, which when I designed this, I only designed it for 1 dupe. We can, like, at a later date, make a design for a 2 dupe rocket. This one is going to be the resupplier, obviously with over here labeled resupplier, and I probably don't need it manned, to be honest. I could probably have it be one of these guys. Just kind of get the robo pilot and put it right there, replace that, because... Well, oh, another thing, I kind of just now found out how to actually use these orbital cargo modules. I was Googling some things, and I thought that you would load it up using this conveyor rail. I'm kind of in new territory here of, like, experimenting with the rockets. In all my other playthroughs, I didn't really get this far. I just kind of kept playing, and then I was like, okay, and then, like... went off to go do other things, and then I came back and was like, oh, time to start a new planet. And so I haven't really gotten this far. This is kind of a first. I'm exploring it. So I had to look up a couple things about the orbital cargo modules. I thought that you could have a cargo module and then have a bunch of cargo bays, so that it's like, cool, the cargo bays will put its ingredients or its materials into the cargo module and it'll send it down, but that is not the case. You actually have to have a cargo module for every like material, I guess, that you want to send down, but it is a little unintuitive. So I mean, like, you can probably set this to 2000, tell it that you want iron, and then set it to 4000 and tell it that you want iron and something else, because if you unselect the iron, for instance, oh, that's right, I do have 6 tons of iron, then it'll drop it out. So you do need to keep it selected. So that's why I just now put more cargo modules in it, and we are going to launch a bunch of materials. I think what we're gonna go do so we have a gato. Let's look in Iconi. I think we're going to go try to colonize Iconi. Well, no. We do have to. We got to come and colonize Iconi. So what we'll do is we'll come and land here. Well, no. We will send... So here's the idea. We're going to send these 3 rockets. So this one is going to go... Fuck. what are we doing here? So this one's going to go with 2 duplicants, and it's going to send one down, because can these things autopilot back? I don't think so, and I don't want to lose a rocket. So we're going to go with 2 duplicants. We're going to send down a trailblazer down to a Coney. This one's going to get there, and it's going to launch down all the materials. The one guy that's down there will then build a rocket platform where this one can now land. So this thing's going to land. And in fact, I probably need to make this 2 beds and 2 things as well, because I'm kind of putting it together in my head here. We're going to do bed there. Is that where the bed is? No, that's right. It's moved over a little bit. Come on, we want same. So we're going to do this, and then let's put this guy right there. So then what we'll do is we will have a duplicant that will be down there building the rocket. This thing will land because it has oxygen and water, and I'll probably put some more materials in here. So between these 4 and this, we should have a good amount of materials. And then once we build, we can kind of situate the living area and build a printing pod, and then once we have that, then we can get the 2 people back onto the colonizer and send it back home. And then once we at that point, we'll have the printing pod there, and we can just print a dupe, and that dupe will be born and raised on this planetoid. That's kind of the goal, and I know it seems a little convoluted, maybe too much, but I don't know. We'll go from there. So let's go ahead and queue up. We want to get where are we at? We're at 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we need to get like this bit going. So we're gonna select this. And then we can place this here so that we finish placing all the things. And we are going to not do that one. And we're going to deconstruct all of these buildings. I think I just kind of whistled right there for a little bit. Cancel that. Deconstruct all those. And I think that will be good. So the constructing will continue. Morale... or constructing will continue until morale improves. So what do we need to send over? I know we need to send over... we're going to send over some iron, and that will be for actually making the platform. But then... no, Ikoni. What do we need here? And then we do have iron there, so we could probably send more metals. We're definitely going to need food. Dirt? Are we gonna need dirt? Because what kind of food is there on here? Because that's definitely one thing we gotta make sure if we're gonna be surviving here that we got food. There's a Paku. I think we're gonna have to plant stuff. So let's go ahead and send over like dirt and some seeds. Let's get some dirt. Give me 6 kilograms of dirt. Actually, we'll go 12 tons of dirt. And then let's get... I think we should do it in here. We need a... We also need a food boy in here. Food, please. Food. A mess table. Mess table. You know what? Right there. Mess table. And then we can also... I want some seeds up in here. So we're going to actually cancel these and get... oh my god, who's trapped? Right there. Fisora. Who's trapped? One of our duplicants are trapped. Oh, that's right. I am building this. So who's getting trapped here? All of you people have now been trapped. So what can we do here? There's 3 of you? I guess we could just deconstruct these. And then they're going to get themselves trapped in this one as well. I just know it. Plus, look at that. They're dropping precious stuff. Let's rebuild what we can here. So this needs to be shale. And I really hate that I did this, but you know, you gotta learn. And if you're interested, here's part of a little bit of segue. If you guys are going to be interested, I will have this as a blueprint. This whole thing will be a blueprint in my Discord, which you guys are available to join. Oh my gosh, which you guys are available to join. We'll just go ahead and do that. I freaking guess, dude. Yeah, you can find the what's it called? The link in the description below if you guys want to join the String Beans Discord, which will be pretty cool because we have a little String Bean community where we can talk about Oxygen Not Included. We can look at a bunch of different what's it called? Oh my gosh, how did that get there? Oh my god, we're gonna have to get some ladders. Well, yeah, we can talk about Oxygen Not Included. We can share some good old blueprints. My community, we are currently playing Minecraft. We have a server right now, a Minecraft mod pack server, which you can join as well. We're going to be playing some Factorio later on, and yeah, I think it would be pretty cool if you guys are interested in stuff like that. So we're gonna get some dirt up in there. I want this is being built. Okay. Double check on the girls. They are doing good. Last time I checked, let's look at your skills. Okay. Yeah, last time I kind of checked in here, everything is more or less taken care of. This thing is running. We're cooling down the base. Sort of. It's reaching a good equilibrium. Did I ever... No, I did not. There we go. So that'll cool that down. But yeah, we're reaching a pretty good equilibrium here. I do need the cooling to finally reach this. And I think it is slowly pushing over. The cooling is getting to here, which it will eventually... I think I just got to give it more time, but until then I can keep pushing over this berry sludge. So we're good there because we definitely have a load of berry sludge. We have 6 million kilocalories of berry sludge. So we're filling these up. Let's check on this. That one's still going to take a little bit. Hopefully we can colonize eventually. We're going to make sure that we're putting the insulated shale all over the place. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, for having like 15 duplicates that are actively available to like work, because I do have these 6 in here, so you got to look at 15 or 21 minus 6, so we have like 15 dupes that are available to like run around and do stuff. Things don't happen as quick as I kind of thought they would. They definitely do happen quickly. We'll get these because I want to get that stuff that's in there. Because a clean base allows me to think better. Because when there's mess and debris all over the place, we don't like that. So we got this going on right there, and we'll leave this here for now. Actually, I think we can get rid of it because we have this tile here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And we're almost done. We're building this part right there, and then the last part that we'll need to build is this. But actually, it'll just be like that. That's the last piece that we'll need to build. And then, like, we can't just have it go automatically. There's going to be some priming that we got to do to it. So this guy needs to go right here. And then we need one right here. Right? So that'll go right there. We did not get in there, so we do in fact... What if we do one of those? Then they can actually get in there. Okay, that looks good. We can do one of those. Pick that up. We did grab all that stuff, which I won't build this back yet until I know for a fact that we're all good here. I'm pretty sure we can cover that up. Grab that crud. Rebuild this. Yeah, you're dropping a bunch of stuff in there, but again, that's why I left that open. How are we doing on this? I kind of want to finish this up. So let's get this done. And then we can start sending off our colonization stuff, which means our research reactor will go slower, but I think that's going to be okay. So we have iron, dirt. Should we just send more iron? At this point, I'm kind of thinking we send more iron. And then this thing can be loaded via cargo over here, which I have set to be more iron. So then load that up, and I think we can load this up here with iron. We're just going to send over a shit ton of iron. And that should be going into here. Yeah, so we did fill this up with oxygen. It's only 3,600 kilograms of oxygen, and then this has a bunch of water, which is going to be pretty nice because over here in Ikoni, everything is icky, and we will definitely... Ooh, sand! Ooh, I need to send over sand. Or do we have regolith? Because we're going to need a filtration medium. There's some sand. That's not enough. Okay, this last one, you will be sand. Actually, let me see. I gotta go all like that, and you're gonna be sand. We're gonna get 6 tons of sand. That's a ton of sand. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, pick that all up. Shale for days. I said we're going to build that, but then we can actually deconstruct this piece, and we're going to get in our liquid. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Deconstruct that piece, and then we'll be ready to put it in. And I'm going to pick everything up. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of a snapshot piece like this. And just to make sure that everything is put in place, we're going to do that, but cancel those two. Okay, that looks good, and cancel that. There you go. These are the pieces that we missed. And we will also put probably one of those. We'll put one of those and one of those. So then we can get in all over the place. Let's copy this corner, this little guy that we got right here. Make sure that we have everything that I need in here, except for that piece and these two pieces, because we need to make sure that we can get in there. I got a Discord message. Let me check out the Discord real quick. We're going to copy this. I am managing the Minecraft right now. There you go. Another person joined our string beans community. And so I just had to whitelist them and get them going and everything. Okay, make sure we're picking up all the crud. Shale goes everywhere. This looks rather good. So I think we could put shale here, put these guys here. How are we doing on this? I think we're good here, so we can cover that up. And then this is all closed off, so we can cover those up. Once that gets covered up, we can start pumping in, or dumping in, pumping your mum. We could put in the supercoolant in this little hole right there. Once these guys are built, we'll do the same thing. And I'm pretty sure they can get to this, because they can come, get down. This doesn't say... Yeah, it's just low priority. Let's double check what we got in here. I want to bring some seeds. We're going to bring mealwood seeds. I'm pretty sure we have mealwood. We're going to pause it real quick so I can look and see that we do in fact have mealwood. We have 4. Mealwood does require dirt, right? Wait. Let me check. What's the temperature here? What is the temperature? It is not good. So this isn't going to be good. What about sweat corn? Sweat corn? Oh, no. The problem with sweat corn, sweat corn stock. The problem with sweat corn, the temperature's good, but we are going to need, what's it called? We're going to need the frickin' little mimikas, which I don't think we have mimikas. Maybe we can make do. Mealwood. 10 to 30. Let me check a county. We could probably do it around here. There's a whole, what is this? Negative 145. Holy shit. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of cooling or abyssalite all around, so we could probably grow some in here. But what I'll do is set up like some insulation tiles, and then it's like this is specifically where they grow. Shit. I really need to plan this out better. There's a bunch of algae, so that's going to be oxygen. The manual generator will keep them running. Slime. There's a bunch of slime, so we can do fungal spore. And in fact, let's check the fungals. Fungal spore. Dust cap. 5 to 35. What's the temperature here? 31, 40, 36. We can probably figure something out to grow those guys. I'll just have to. This is like kind of spooky. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. Okay, so we're not gonna do mealwood. Actually, yes, mealwood, and then the dust caps are gonna be good. So yeah, we'll send the mealwood. We got a bunch of dirt that we're sending over, and then this is sand for filtration. And then this can be... What do we want in here? What do we want in this cargo bay? What do we really need to send over to a coney that's going to help us out anyway? Because ore is here. Maybe slime to make sure... How much slime do we have over here? That's not how you slime. 108 tons. Yeah, let's send slime. Oh boy, here we go sliming again. And then we'll keep that on so that the slime immediately fucks off and goes into there. Okay, how are we doing over on this side? I think everything looks decent. And then we now fill this with supercoolant. Supercoolant, enable copy paste. Nope, that's copy paste. And all the pipes look good. We are building. This still needs to be built, and then we can close that off and start getting things in there. Okay. So now shale. Pick up all this stuff. Shale. And then this looks good, so then we can start doing that. Okay, getting supercoolant in here. And again, all this needs to be vacuumed out. This needs to be vacuumed out. This in here. And then every one of these, I want to put hydrogen. Which, I don't know how I'm going to want to do it. Probably, like, along the sides we'll get in there. But I just need to build this first, and then we can figure it out from there. Because we can probably fill each cavity with hydrogen, honestly, by like going in here and liquid locking something like right here, and then going in and filling in this cavity with hydrogen, and then same thing for all of them. So it's definitely a really big project, and I hope that we can complete it in a timely manner. I don't think so, but we'll try. Iron. These are dirt. This is sand. We are not putting slime in here. Let's get this up to 9. Slime needs to go in this cargo bay. Building disabled. How about you enable the building? And we can just ground this, right? I'm pretty sure we can just ground it. Somewhere there's a button to ground it. See, it's all grounded here. So let's go to our colonizer and click this, view interior, then grounded. There it is. So no one's using that. And then we got berry sledge all up in this bitch. Here we need this to be 9 so that they bring me the crap that I need right now. Can we get overgrow nodes? Overgrow. I think that, yeah, they take water. Okay, so we don't want to send overgrow. What kind of food do we want? Because we're going to have blossom seeds? Let me see the blossoms. No, blossoms take water. Bristle blossoms take water, and they also need temperatures of 5 to 30. So if we're going to do... How about bog buckets? Bog buckets... What kind of temperature do you need? I think it's also 5 to 30, 10 to 30. But they will be... Let's check the icky planet. But we can get the polluted water. So, I think we'll try that. We're going to try bog buckets as well. Now again, I want to know what these are, but I don't... There's 1, 2, 3... And then there's 2 tungsten volcanoes. So I want to know what they are, and I know you can go look on the star map, but I like discovering them. Oh, and then I also know about, you know, you can priority 0 and then hover over that and see what it's saying. But I like to dig it out and explore. I feel better that way. And, you know, you guys can play it however you want. Okay, why is this not... This needs to be a higher priority. So 9, 8. There you go, put the slime in there. So this should be loaded up with slime. I guess the fuck not. I need to tell it that it's here to hold slime. There you go, hold that slime. Alright, how are we doing? Let's make sure that we got everything out. We're going to copy and paste these guys. Copy, paste. Then deconstruct that guy so we can get in there. This looks like it's finished, so we'll do that piece. We're finished over here. Finished right here. Yep, gather that little guy up. Oh no! That needs to be the power thing. Does this one also? No, I was successful in doing that, but this one I failed. So we're going to do that and pick up all that. Pick up that trash because I know if I tell them to build this, it'll knock the trash into there. Did I not also say to deconstruct this piece? Come on, pick everything up. How much do I have in here? 675 kilograms of supercoolant at the top. So we're going to get... This one should be almost there. We are at 645. So you know what I'll do? We'll do that and deconstruct. And then we're doing good here. So let's get this little guy. That little guy goes there. Make sure we don't have any debris. He also goes... Oh, wait. I want to clean up this debris first. Because like I said, it'll be stupid. Super cool. It's 730. Okay, that one's good then. So let's deconstruct this and build that shale right there. We're putting super coolant back in there. Come on, piece by piece. We're getting this together. This guy goes there. Make sure all the power wires be doing the good. This piece goes back. How are we looking? We can probably keep these for now, because I think we're about to build like this. Yes. Okay. So, now that we have this piece here, what we're going to do is grab this guy and come over to here. And I need to place this right here. But first, we come over here and deconstruct all these buildings. Oh, this copy paste. For some reason, you didn't want to do the thing. And then let's get these shales in there. And is that right? Are there 2 pipes right there? There are 2 pipes right there. Okay. So now that I have deconstructed those things, let's look at what I got going on here. Actually, I think we could just straight up build what we got there. Build this. We will cancel these guys, because I know we want out of shale right there. And you as well. You need to be out of shale. And I think this all needs to be shale as well. I'm pretty sure that's right. Build that guy. This is looking all good. Pick up this crud. Oh, there's crud in there? That's not good. Ooh, how do we get that crud? Deconstruct that to come pick up the crud and then rebuild that piece. Okay, we're filling up on slime. Once that thing's filled up with slime, I'm pretty sure that we're ready to go. And we can go do our colonization, our actual colonization mission. Okay, shell. That got picked up, so we can put that back. This can get built. Things are looking pretty good. I think we're good here. Do. Okay, keep working on that. Let's check out the girls. Pretty sure they're still good. This is good. This should be sending things over. How's the temperatures? 30.9. We got like 1 bog bucket. And we're not sending things over because on this planet, I think we're probably fucking jam-packed. Yeah. And it's coming from here. Okay. So we are getting all those materials over here. That needs to be built. Let's hire that priority so that they can get that super coolant in there. They'll eventually get all that stuff. Slime is doing the slime thing. We have 2. Yeah, there's enough for 2 in here. I do have the mealwood seeds that are lysy, so that's pretty neat. Then we need... Also, where are the mealwood seeds coming from? Oh, that's right. We're not harvesting these, so that's why we're not getting any mealwood. Plastic. Do we need to send over plastic? I think we need to send plastic. Just in case. Do. Save lag. Ooh, gotta move my chair. Okay, so then we don't need dirt. See, the dirt doth falleth. And now we're sending all the slime on in. Good slime. Who's a good slime? Meteor shower, meteor shower, meteor shower. Everything received meteors. Okay, making sure that this stays nice and cold in here. Ooh, this hydrogen gas is neg 194. Slime. I'm just like watching stuff slowly be built. Okay, we're up here. So now we want about 650 675 there, 634, 700, and this one's currently at 435, so we're getting there. Why is this not built? Fuck you. Get built. Get built, bitch! What I might do... Let's see. So now that we're almost there, I gotta start planning. How are we actually going to vacuum all of this out? So what I could do is probably set up a liquid lock. I could probably set up a liquid lock like here in the main area, and then ladders, because I'm gonna need I can then remove these inside walls, set up freaking pumps here, vacuum out this whole area. I'll also break down these walls so that this interior gets vacuumed out as well. 635, that's good. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this one. And we're getting... Yeah, we might as well. Deconstruct that dude. Build a shale guy on it. Shale, shale, shale. Okay, but now that this is built and happy, let's go ahead and get in the left side. So we're going to grab this piece, and we're going to go right here. And this piece goes right there. There we go. Then we're going to cancel that. Cancel that. So they can get in there. And we can build shale like that. And we'll cancel these interiors. But we can keep that. There we go. And then we have this piece that's going to go like right here. We are getting there. We're getting there, fam. How are we on this? We are finished. We just finished. Sweet. Why is this? Is this off gassing? Is that what's happening here? Gas. I'm pretty sure we're off gassing. So we can start this. We can start this mission. Okay, Pei can do this because she's just gonna do a round trip. Here we'll do Minot Jack and someone that's gonna stay. Actually, Purple Puddle Nut, you are now heading back. So Purple Puddle Nut and Pei, and then this one, you're gonna be Minot Jack. No. Minot Jack and Purple Puddle Nut. And this one is going to be... I don't want to send a bio duplicate because they're going to get pissed off. We're going to do... Ellie. Probably Ellie. To help build. Okay, and then we're going to go... You are going to go into the orbit of this place. You are going to also go into the orbit of this place. Why are you not... Oh, you don't have any... Oh, you're fine. And you are also going to go into the orbit of this place. So now refill and go get some liquid oxidizer. And we're all full on petroleum. These guys look like they're doing good. Double check we have food in here and the seeds. And this is the colonizer. And then double check that This one's just going to do a round trip, but we do have food. Okay, that one's fine. And this one is going to do a round trip and drop off a person, and they need 2 beds and food. I think we're good. So, and then we can keep this disabled. We can keep this disabled so that they bring in their Atmos suits, because they are gonna might possibly need to wear the Atmos suits. Critter starvation. New printables. Let's print glass. How are we on gunk before we get all gunkified? Output pipe full. Why is your output pipe full? What are you doing? Is it supposed to be like this? Output pipe. So this is input pipe. And then output pipe does... What's going on? No, output pipe goes up. Output pipe goes up. There we go. Oh, gunk. Okay, let's ungunk you. Ah, my god, we're on this fucking thing again. No, come back. I need to ungunk you. Okay, gunking. Oh boy, here we go, gunking again. So you're good to go. Let's get you ungunked. There we go. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure that's every bathroom or everything ungunked. How are we on this? We're still kind of being weird. I wanted to fuel this up. This looks good. This thing. Oh, what I need to do in here, because oxygen's gonna be in here, I need a goddamn fucking one of these things. Rocketry. Gas output. Ah! Can we put this anywhere? Can this not go here? What about here? Here? On the ceiling? Yeah. So that'll go there. And this... Ah! We're gonna go build this, and it'll go like that. And this will be for... and that will be the oxygen. It'll keep it nice and oxygenated. I think that's how that works. How do I live without you? Oh, you know what I didn't actually set up in here as well? The frickin' fuel delivery system. Okay, this will, like, eventually come together. Let me just hiccup all over the place. I did say, yeah, I see the gas pipe awaiting there, and okay. Because there's a bunch of chlorine in here. Oh, that's fucking tragic. There's straight up no oxygen, actually. And 16 grams. Oh, that's because it's fucking airing off. So, the first thing that I'm going to want to do when I get here... Let's see how much LG is on the planet. 12.3 tons. There's a shit ton all over the place. So let's get some oxygen right there and there. Hook up some power. Like that. Then we can dig over here, get some more algae, but the chlorine's going to be easy to get rid of. But I am going to want to close this off. So let's go ahead and straight up do that. We'll do a manual airlock, like right there. so that we can keep this all inside the base. We might need one here as well. Let's double check how we're doing. Did we build this? We did, and it requires power. Huh. Oh, shit. We might need to add... We'll add a solar panel. We'll add a solar panel to this guy. For when it's parked. Okay, that's doing good. You are not getting stuck. Okay, I got a little worried. I was like, ma'am? Ma'am? Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then this still looks all good. We might need one of those. I still can't believe that we haven't built that. But this piece is done. And we need... the fuck? The centerpiece. This center one, right here. That needs to be there. So at least no debris will fall below this. But we did build that. Okay, that looks good. Oh, we got another Discord message. Oh. Oh, it's my friend. He sent me a message. All right, what are we doing here? Build this thing. I want to at least get, like, the rockets going. So pipe blocked. Yes, yes, correct. Pipe should be blocked. Which means we should have this still full of oxygen. Keep loading the slime, I guess. Are we just, like, losing slime? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's go. Oh, no! Okay, let's try this again. We're going to have a brief intermission. And we're back. So I reloaded, and I did lose a couple cycles. Like all this wasn't built right here. All this wasn't built, so I played a little bit and made sure to build that up. I think I got everything that I was looking at. Oh, this needs to be. I'm doing dirt and not slime. So I've decided, I've been watching that the slime does in fact, it is off-gassing and it's getting deleted. So I've decided that looking at this planet, I did look at the light overlay and there's like a shit ton of fucking light. So that'll be our power. I've decided we're going to do the power that way. So I did fill this up with plastic and then I'm filling this up with glass. And it's going to be 6 tons of glass, and each one of these, is going to take 200 kilograms, so we actually need to make more glass. Let's go ahead and make molten glass. We have 914 tons of sand. Holy shit. Let's make 99 crafts of glass, but a bitch ain't one. So we're going to do that. And make sure that we get hella glass on that planet so that we can make all the solar panels. We'll never have to worry about power ever again. Yeah, so we're going to get the glass there, do that. So that's a good plan. And we finally built that and that piece. Okay, we can deconstruct these. We'll come in there, deconstruct these, deconstruct this piece here, here, and then in here. Okay. Plan is sort of coming together. So we're going to look at what's next. Yeah, we're going to wait till this gets all nice and dirted up. And there's slime in here, but we're losing the slime. It's whatever. We're going to make all the glass. So we're making a shit ton of glass here. The glass comes on here, and it cools down, sort of. So we're going to get really hot glass in here, I think. It's at 42.6 degrees Celsius, so that's fine. We're building this guy. I think I said to move that liquid coolant. If not, we're going to, relocate you over here. We made some more super coolant. Good. And we need almost a ton left of glass. A ton of glass. What are we sending here? Iron? So we're sending iron, glass, plastic, and sand. Because we're going to definitely need to... Oh, press that button. We're going to definitely need to clean up all this water. All this polluted water. We'll make it nice and clean. Oh, we also need... That's something that I forgot to re-put down. So those things, we'll actually put it right there because we'll move this over and put there. Okay, yeah, I see. We'll move this over to the right. Yeah. It's all coming together. We need the airlock to go right here, and then another airlock to go right there. I got message. Okay. So that's being loaded up. We'll wait until we get all the glass so that we make enough of everything that we need there. This is coming together pretty alright. How are we on Agato? I think I sent over bog buckets. I think so. Let me double check. Do we got bog boys here? Bog jelly. Bog bucket. So now what we'll do, we're going to take over bog buckets as well. So I only want like 10 of them. And so 4 kilograms is these 4 guys right here. So if I want 10, so then we want 14. And then we're going to say that we also want bog boys. Boggy buckets. And then they'll come and put some bog bucket seeds in there. Getting some good old glass. Good. Good job, Joshua. Look at you go. Joshua, I'm so proud of you. Joshua! Dropping the sand off. Goes right there. What is the temperature of this glass? 51. It is getting raised, but it doesn't really matter. We can cancel these and shale, and then cancel this one tile and shale it. Shale. And that should be everything for that. How are we gonna do this guy? This guy is 13, right? 13. Does that say 13? Yes, 13. And then from there it goes up 11. 11? Yeah. That's not what I wanted. Let's do that. And that. We're also going to have to move this stuff. So, well, is this going to be okay? This guy? I think that's going to be alright, but I don't think that I want this going there. So we're going to go around like this. Also, what is this? What do we got going on here? Oh, that's not right. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. We're trying to load this bitch up, and it's being taken out. Okay, cargo transfer. This needs to be dirt. Why are we? What do we? So what if we do that? Then, no, this needs to be loaded onto here. What the f... So how do we load this on? Without... Has this always been the problem? Is this why we were losing so much fucking slime? Because it just kept going back? So what do we need to do here? Can we turn this off? Enable building. Maybe. Let's see if we can do this. And actually, we're going to make it out of gold. Oh my god. Make you out of gold, and we're going to put you above each one of these. And have all these individual switches. Okay, so that maybe we can turn that off, but like keep loading it. Wild how I just now noticed that. And we can then deconstruct this. And I might actually need to move this rail. Maybe we'll have it come up. I don't know. We'll figure something out for the actual bringing in of the you know, the uranium. We need to deconstruct. Oh, there's a wire here. There's an automation wire. Okay, this automation wire also needs to get the fuck out of my life. I want nothing in here. And then what I'll do is go like this, like that, and like that. And then deconstruct everything in here for me. How are we doing? How are we doing, kids? Hell, I might even just set up a liquid lock right here to get in. Because then we'll deconstruct these. And that'll be good there. And then how are we going... Because I can't have trash anywhere, or else my life will be over. So do I want... We obviously want to deconstruct these. But how do I want to get in there? Probably here? Because if I deconstruct these two, then we can get in there. But then... deconstruct these two. So that we could suck out that air. Uh-huh. But how do this guy? Okay. We're getting somewhere. Oh yes, I built all these. Okay, let's try this again. So we want this to continue, yes. But we want this to not work. So then it stops. You piece of shit. How do we do that? I want you to get loaded on. Or is it because it won't go through this? Like, why was it loading? Okay, we need it to say that we want... What are we loading up? Dirt? I don't think we really even need dirt, to be honest. What's the point of the dirt? Is it because we don't have dirt here? And we want to dirt the mealwoods. That was the thing. So if we want to dirt the mealwoods, did we also get the bog buckets in here? We got the bog buckets in here. Okay, bog buckets, mealwoods. How are we going to do this? Do I just not need a cargo bay? I want this solid rocket port loader to go in. I want to see if this turns on, but if I turn this off, it does in fact go through, so that's fine. But I want... Yes, we're having a dirt crisis. How is this not a thing? That I want to load this. Dirt. Load it with dirt. We have 9.5 tons of dirt. Oh, or is this just a fucking visual? It's just a visual. Okay. No. It's okay. I see what's going on here. Yeah, I look at this and this is just a visual bug. There is in fact a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, let's do one last checklist before we send everyone. This one is just to go there and drop things off. That's why it's just pay. We don't need anything else in here. And it has food and oxygen. And it's clean. And we can turn this one on because pay is going to do the stuff and things and then just come back. And then it does have, we have iron, glass, and we are almost full on glass. We need one more order of glass. It's hot. Plastic's good, and so is the sand. This rocket's good. So then we look at this one, and this is going to have mine at Jack, because he's going to be the pilot, and we're going to send down Purple Puddle Nut in the Trailblazer module. And inside, we have 2 beds, we have food, we have oxygen, and 2 eating places. Whoops. And we will, in fact, keep this off so that they do have suits, or specifically so that Purple Puddle Nut has a suit when she goes on in there. Hold on, let me scratch my ear. So that's good. And why is this disabled? Enable the building. Why are you disabled? Stop being weird. And then this one is going to have just Ellie, because she's going to be the one to help out building, and then take home Purple Puddle Nut along with Allie. And we have water, oxygen, a bunch of dirt, some slime, I guess, and then some power. And we have 2 beds, 2 places to eat, and we have oxygen. And we'll leave this off so that they bring in their suits. I think we're ready to go. And I do have all their destinations. We're going to go to orbiting Icky planet, orbiting Icky, orbiting Icky. So, let's go. Okay. Not yet, not yet. That's right. We need 1 more order of glass. Hello, I'd like an order of glass, please. Nom 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 nom. Let's, come on. So what we're going to do here is deconstruct this piece, deconstruct this piece. Did we move everything out of the way? There's that thing, and then there's that thing. Okay. So let's make... So we can come down here. Be everything all good. We can deconstruct these pieces. Let me see, if we deconstruct these 2, then they can hop down and hop down here, but then we'll need... Okay, so let's go deconstruct. How are we gonna... We should do it from the bottom. Right? Should we do... Let's just get everything here. And I know we're gonna want to deconstruct these. So we should probably airlock from the bottom. Which means we deconstruct this stuff. And we can do... Hold on. So do we do it from that side or this side? Probably the right side. So we don't have to deal with that. Okay, I see this. I see it coming together. So now we're going to do this. We're going to deconstruct these guys. And then we'll come in here. Let's deconstruct all of this. We're going to take this a little at a time. And we're going to go up the right side. Okay. Deconstruct that guy. Let's get some ladders in here. We're going to go out of Mafic Rock. Right there. Right there. Like that. Right there. Up. Deconstruct that. We want to come into here. Not that. We'll do this side. Alright. and then we don't... Yeah, we can keep that. Might as well keep that. And then this right here, and we'll go like this, so they can build that. Which means we will be building that in. Okay. I think that's good. We can go ahead and put a bunch of water in here because it's all going to need to turn into steam anyway, and we're actually going to need to put a lot of water in there. How are we on all this stuff? Glass. Okay, so let's pause it. Okay, we are going to launch this fucking shit. Let's go summon the crew, summon the crew, summon the crew. So we should have a bunch of people coming on over. And we're gonna go colonize our first planetoid that isn't the one immediately. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me double check. Is everyone on board? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go, everyone. Building melted. Buy automation wire. What automation wire just got melted? Oh, all of this stuff. Because the temperature is currently 1400 degrees Celsius. That's okay. That's fine. We can be 1400 degrees Celsius. That's alright. Okay, how are we doing over here? Let's, again, we're going to pick up our trash as we go. So we're going to suck that out, suck that out. How are we doing? Okay. And we can clean out all this stuff. We'll get to that. And we could probably leave this open for now. This will be sucked out. This is fine. Which now I want to see, how am I going to get power? I could probably just run a power cable like that and then another power cable here because I'm going to be breaking off that piece. Let's see our rockets. Here we go, our colonization thing that we're planning on doing. Molten iridium. I don't want molten iridium. I don't want that stuff. I don't want that stuff. Harvestable. I can send some people over here. I can send the robot. We're gonna send you. You're gonna go round trip, select destination, go here. Okay, and then so you're going there, and this one is. Oh wait. Yeah, that is enough for round trip. Okay, harvestable resources, mud, cobalt, oil. Let's go round trip. Set destination, you will fly there. Then harvestable sandstone, all that other good stuff. Let's go round trip over there. And then harvestable, we're looking for readily harvestable crude oil. Nope. Can we? I don't think we can even fly out to here, not gonna lie. What about this? Harvestable resources, molten tungsten, wolframite. We can get the wolframite. Okay, so let's go round trip. Can we get that wolframite? 16 out of 14. So what is your limiting factor? You need... If I set you there, then you need awaiting delivery. Okay, so then double checking, this is not giving the green go ahead. It is. Let's cut that because you are awaiting delivery, which is stupid because there's data banks there. I'm pretty sure I set this to like, oh, you should be a low priority. Okay, so now that you're ready, let's see here. So that's something I gotta fix, is that these robots need to be low priority so that this guy can take care of them. Okay, so we're setting off to go collect some resources. And in the meantime, we have our super secret mission of all the people flying out there. La 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 la. We're gonna build this. Sure, build you out of iridium. Let me just place you down right there. But as far as this goes, I think we're just about ready to start sucking, to give it the good old great suck. So let's figure out, we're probably gonna do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get we can go like this. Send you out this way. And then this one, we can send it out through here. That looks good. And then we get this little guy. Just like that. And then we hook this up to the main power grid. And we're going to do that right here. And that should be the entire spine. Or did I forget something? We could hook this side up to over there. I think I did forget something when I was actually building this. And I'm pretty sure that the power spine like went over like this, but I opted from actually doing that because it was gonna go in the center of the base, and I could just hook up to the left and to the right of it. So I think that's what I did there. So let's get some water, and we're just gonna leave this to keep putting water. And in fact, I think I might want to route this water probably here. I'll probably want to try to get it onto one of these loops so that we could just keep pumping in water. But we'll just leave that on. I think we're going to do some great sucking. Let's get the priority in this cleaning up so I can get everything out of here. How are we doing? We're like still going. Oh, that's right. I did send off these dudes. I sent off all my little robots. So they're going to pick up all that stuff. We're making a bunch of glass. I'm excited. Okay. I'm excited and fucking nervous. How are we doing on temperature? Still kind of shitty. Catalina, the fucking Catalina wine mixer. How are you doing? You can now use exosuits. But, now that you can use exosuits, okay. We're gonna have you not do whatever the hell you were just doing. What the fuck is your name? Catalina. You're not gonna want to do operating. You're just gonna do a good old normal everything, and we're gonna have you not be allowed in here. There you go, Catalina. Now you can go do whatever you feel like it. Whatever you feel, dude. And then you got little sleepy dudes. Okay. So let's go back to this. How are we doing? Boop, 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 boop. Yes. So this is a good lock. Which means I am okay to start pumping this out. Whenever things get built. No, just kidding. It's not a good lock. That top isn't locked. Because I'm trying to clean this shit out. And also, I mean, I can just come through right here, set it up, and then come back down. Okay. So this isn't a big deal. In fact, cover that bitch up. Cover that bitch up. Double check that everything is good. We don't need to break those tiles. What the fuck? Pick that up, you freaking nincompoop. I am double checking a bunch of things. That needs to go there. You just kind of... Liam, you're being a silly bobilly. Look at the way you're traveling. Oh my god, no. Wait, no, that's fine. I was like, you're gonna box yourself in. No, that's the point. You can get up through here. Okay. I'm a little tempted. I'm a little tempted to vacuum it all out, fill it all completely with hydrogen, close up the steam turbine rooms, vacuum it all out again. That might be the thing that I do, but I'm gonna do it off camera. I think so, because it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to liquid lock each room as I try to get in there to fill it with a gas, which I want to fill it with hydrogen. Oh shit, do I need to put temp shift plates all over the place? Ooh, rockets in orbit. Oh, I don't like that. That scares me. I'm a scaredy boy. Resupply. You're the resupplier. Automatically deploy this module's content when a destination... Okay. So does that mean if I check Iconi, are we shooting down little dudes? Let's see. Resupplier. Deploy it. Oh my god! Okay, let's see. Oh, now that was something. Okay, that was like a fucking bomb. Let me see. Resupplier, you're good. And we don't have anything, so you can actually come home. I'm proud of you. Good job. You did the stuff and things. So then we have the rover deployer. I don't want to... Actually, we can deploy some more rovers to help dig out some stuff. Oh, look at all this stuff that needs to be unpacked. It's kind of annoying. We'll wait until the colonizer comes on in, which is very soon. Okay, how are we doing? Close that off. We still got to get the power cable in. This is closed off, that's closed off. I think we can start sucking. That is until they get this thing going. Build that thing for me, please. Build that thing, build these things for me, please. How are we doing? Everything's in orbit. So, okay. I'm scared. Let's see, rover deployer. So now we will... I think we're sending purple puddle nut, which if I look in the rover deployer, they are... Oh. Oh no. I kind of fucked that up. Let's get that delivered. Okay, let's get this suit pumped up. And mine at Jack, we're going to... Let's remove your Atmos suit. Unequip suit. We do have oxygen in here, right? Yes. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Which means we also need to check out the colonizer. Ellie needs to unequip the suit and then deliver the suit. Sorry, guys, that's something I forgot about. But we do have a shit ton of algae, so we have the oxygen. Go ahead and deliver that so that it can get refilled. Rover deployer, you got refilled. So let's go ahead and have you undock the suit, grab the suit. Whoops. Let's try this again. Put it on. Purple puddle nut will put on the suit. Put on the suit! Deliver the suit so that you deliver that. Then we go... Rover deployer, purple puddle nut, deploy this right here. And then and then we should get purple puddle nut is going. Okay. So let's get not the colonizer, but let's go ahead and deploy some rovers. Let's get some more rovers. 'Cause why not? Okay, we got... Alright, we gotta get to work. So we're gonna deconstruct this. Let's find the iron. Iron. Empty the storage. Empty the storage. Glass, plastic, plastic. Find some more iron. Empty that. Find more there. What are you doing? Lady? Go do the stuff that I want you to do. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Come on. What are you doing? Cancel all your silly things that you're doing. You want to build that? Oh my god. Can you? Oh my god, the rover can do it, thank god. Okay, let's do empty, empty, empty. Let's make sure we don't have anything here. Where the fuck are you going? Cancel rummage. Cancel rummage. Purple, please unpackage those for me. Okay. We got 200 iron. 200. Because I need to build the rocket platform. Rocket platform is somewhere here. Right? Rocket platform. Platform. Rocket platform. We want the rocket to go here. You're stressing me out. Because your oxygen suit, your suit is doing good. There we go. Okay. Colony achievement earned. What did we do? Build a launch pad on a world without a teleporter. Good. So then we get our colonizer. And Allie is hanging out. She's doing good. Let's get our colonizer. And you will now select destination. You're going to land here, which means the rover deployer. Let's deploy the last rover. Let's make sure that that stupid-ass rover is coming down. It's not? Let's try it again. Okay. And then we get our rover deployer, and you can now come home. And then we need ladders. Okay. So let's go like this. No. Right there. And is there a empty storage? Empty, like all of them. Okay, now that we have that, I now want to set up oxygen here. So we're going to go oxygen diffuser, destroy that because we need to move it over, make another bed. Then we're going to set up another oxygen diffuser down here, set up power like that. Right there. Purple, can you stop doing that for me? We need oxygen like real fast. And then the other rover can help with the construction of that, and the fuel is good. We have enough fuel to get home. We have enough oxidizer. We have all this stuff. We can now grab this and say, what do we got? What do we just got? A bunch of dirt. There you go. No, we can't just kind of yeet it on out. Empty storage. That's the thing I'm looking for. Oops, actually not. I want you to keep that suit on until. Actually, let me see. Also, do we get meteors here? I'm pretty sure we do. Let's unpack a bunch of glass. and then we can stop running on the treadmill. So get the glass, get the glass. Where's the glass? Glass, please. Whatever, just start emptying stuff. There we go. Oh, purple, no. Purple. We're going to do... You want life support. You... Trust me, you want life support. P9. 9. Keep these up and going. Let's move you over here so you can rethink your life. Grab algae. Thank you. And then Allie will now be free from her captivity for a little bit. How are we doing on... Yeah, oxygen. The oxygen should push all this fucking chlorine out because it's only like 5 grams. So when they start not doing good, we'll work on that. Oh, no, honey. My bad. Cots. And we're gonna red alert. Sorry, this is gonna be Prio 9. Get these little stupid beds done. Honey, what are you doing? What do you... Did I tell you to build these out of igneous? I did. Who made a mess? Ellie? That makes sense. Okay. Purple plum nut has no food! Oh, fuck! I thought that there would, like, at least be something here. Ooh, but these need to be built. Are you getting radiation? Sore back, full bladder. I see the errors of my way. What if I do... water? There's some water. And please go get some sleep. Alright, you're going to the bathroom. That's fine. You do need to pee. How's your suit? Where's that suit? Where's that suit? Suit. Suit. I want to see how much condition. No, body, decor, absorbed, full bladder. What are you doing, my dear? We need to save the alley. Oh, Allie, get inside. Let's get Allie inside. Nope, back to the icky boy. Allie, move to inside the colonizer for me real quick. Thank you. Okay. So Allie might live inside the colonizer. That's good. That's fine. We're going into a save cycle. So, icky planet. Allie is out and about doing stuff. How is our oxygen looking? Fantastic. We'll dig that up. Supplying that. We'll go ahead and rummage. That's fine now. We can do that. Demolish. Demolish. We can eat. They'll be allowed to eat inside there, but we're going to get all of this stuff. Solar panel. Let's go. How do I want to build these stupid ass things? Like this? Does this look fine? I mean, it does, right? So what if we do this? There we go. And then let's just go ahead and empty storage, empty storage, empty. Is there a mass empty copy setting? Oh my god. We're going to have to empty everything like this for now. How are we doing? Yes, provide the power. You're doing good. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to get food online. Because right now, the only food that we're going to be able to deal with is right here. So we could empty the berry sludge. Ah, fuck, dude. Yeah, see, here's the issue. We have to start getting... Oh, actually, submit bioscan. Let me in. Priority 9 for that thing. We gotta start getting food, like, online right now. So that it could start growing. And obviously... get fucking... you know... stuff and things. We're gonna get this wire. It's going to come down here. We're going to bring it down like this, like this. We're going to do some dumb shit over here, do some dumb shit like this, dumb shit, and keep doing the dumb shit all the way down. Fantastic. Unreachable food. Who? Allie and Purple Puddle Nut. What if I turn this off? Then turn this to not grounded. That's what I think I need to do. Because then we're going to go like this, view interior, do none, so that everything is accessible. So now you can reach the food. I'm pretty sure I have Ellie and Purple Plum on the same schedule, which might be okay. Yes, that's fine. It's honestly okay. So if we do that guy and that guy, but cancel that dude, so then we get... boop, boop, boop. There you go. Alright, we got oxygen. They don't need their suits. There you go. Where are you at? Purple Puddle Nut. Purple Puddle Nut, I think, is sleepy. Purple Puddle Nut's going to bed. Unequipped suit. So you guys got oxygen here. That's going to be good. And you have oxygen in here. And there's water. I dumped out the water so they could put the water there. I think we're going to be good. Building melted. Oh, because my rocket's finally returned. So let's go look back in this. This is good. We're going to turn that off for now. Let's double check on our progress here. What do we have going on? I didn't hook up the power. So we should be airing out everything. Let's double check that we have everything sealed, or else I'm just pumping out nothing. Or I'm pumping out for nothing. This is gonna be a while. Pumping, we're doing that, we're pumping your mum. This can get pumped out right there. This is going out, that one. We're still getting water in here, so that's good. And then we got this coming out right there, that thing. This can go right there. Okay, I think we're pretty good, but I do want to show you a couple things. So here's the thing. From my understanding, again, this is all new to me, but from my understanding, the article that I was reading, or like Reddit post or whatever you want to call it, article thingy thing, we have the cooling loop. We'll go ahead and explain it again here. So at the bottom is where our really hot liquid nuclear waste is going to be, and this we have some automation here to make sure that the temperature of the waste is not that hot. Yeah, we want to make sure that it's not that hot, and we want to make sure that there's a certain amount of it. So at that point, it'll start sucking it up, and it'll first it will fill this, but everything else, once everything's full, then it will deplete and come out this way. But until then, we're gonna pause it a little bit. Go slow. It's gonna come over here and go onto this loop, this whole fucking the actual cooling loop, and it'll come over here. It'll cool down. It'll come over here, cool down again, and then over here, cool down again, cool down one more time, and then it'll come over here. So here's the important part. It'll keep coming this way and hop over. No, right here. So it'll come, and this is where it'll stop, and it'll prioritize going onto this bridge, which will then fill this loop. So you'll see it come over here, and it starts to fill this loop right here. And this loop is important because the hot coolant or the hot nuclear waste is all going to be right here. So that's why we have radiant pipe in this area, because the coolant, which is going to be liquid nuclear waste, is going to come over here and pick up heat and then travel up and heat up all the steam that's in like this portion of the steam bath. And once this loop is finished, then it can continue on as like the normal cooling loop. And once that loop is finished, then we'll actually start getting our nuclear waste. And we do have 4 aqua tuners, because with this setup, every thermal aqua tuner can probably take care of 10. So that's why you got these guys, and then this one will be cooling off of, well, actually, technically, this will cool it down for these 2, and this will cool it down for these, then this one will cool for these guys, and then this one will cool for these 10. And that's kind of how it's going to be working. And now, for the water, so the water is going to come on out, and it will get pumped out right here. But it will actually, if this is ever below a certain temperature, we want the water to pump out right here, which it's going to be taking the heat from the aqua tuner and heating up, so that we're going to get our steam turbines hopefully hot right there. So if this area ever drops below a certain temperature, instead of dropping off all the water in the center like channel, it instead will drop off the water right here to turn into steam, so that we can hopefully absorb more heat out of these tiles, which is going to be the aqua tuner, to heat up the steam in this area. And it's going to be the same exact thing for each little setup that we got going on here. And so that's why you see that the water from the steam turbines come up here, and then they fuck off into the center channel, and then same thing right there, and fucks off. But now this one very specific. It'll still do that thing, but before it goes into the main chamber, it will prioritize water coming all the way up to actually cool down our research reactor. And actually, we're going to pause it because I'm sure there's stuff on Iconi that I need to look at. And I was reading that the main reason we are getting the water for our research reactor to cool it down, the main reason that we're getting it from this bottom right corner over here, you can see that this is the only area that we're getting water from, is that the spent nuclear waste, whatever, is going to be right here. So it's going to be, this is where it's going to be the hottest, which means steam is going to be very effective in this corner, which means that these turbines will be running at like max all the time. So that guarantees us getting water from here to fuck off to our research reactor. Whereas like if we were trying to get water from this area, way far from our actual heat source, these steam turbines could be not as effective to make sure that we're getting the water over there. So that's why we're pulling it off of here. And then the power cables are pretty self-explanatory, making sure that everything's got power here, and then coming off onto the spine. And then we'll kind of explain more as we actually get it running. Let's double check on Iconi. Yes, we did. We did in fact check all this stuff out. We're going to grab these things, and we're going to put this inside the colonizer, so that when we return home, we get that achievement. Relocate to the colonizer, relocate it into there. So what do we need to work on here? We have our solar panels. We might as well shit out a couple more just to make sure that we are getting really good power. And I see that we do have it all right here, so we can probably deconstruct that. I do want to make sure that we're good on oxygen. So what we'll do, I want that to go there. We can probably... Now that we have dupe labor, we'll build that. Build this. Actually, build it out of gold. And what we mainly want to do is set up food. Okay. So what we brought... What did we bring? Mealwood. We brought some mealwood, and we brought dirt. So what we really need to do... Fuck, dude. The temperature for the mealwood, it needs to be... We need to grow the mealwood here. So what we'll do is... We'll probably get down there like this. Let's get going on digging this stuff out so that we can plant some mealwood. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we don't need that. Let's do digging this way. Yeah, we can dig over there. We also need some things like that. Actually, we're gonna avoid that stupid ass tree because I heard it hurts my people. Let my people go. Which means we want to come up like that, and then we'll come over here, dig that out, start digging this. That looks good. So power's not going to be an issue because you can see we are in fact currently generating 14 watts, even though it is sleepy time. Okay. So yeah, we gotta get that online, the food production, because right now this is our food. 30,000 kilocalories. We can hopefully mop that up at some point. We'll get there. We got sleeping. Whoops. It's not. Maybe I should do... You know what? No, it's fine. Okay, so double check. We have bathrooms, eating area, which we might want to increase. We can build this, and then this right here, and then this, and then we can build 2 mess tables. Excuse me. Oh, that was... Whoops. Okay, we'll do that. And then we can move over the cots and start actually getting some morale for this thing. I am going to need a skill scrubber because these poor kids have so many skills. Okay, I think that should be good. And then at some point, I am going to want to launch off this rocket. Or you know what? We might put the printing pod. Goes right there. Okay, our little robots are down there doing stuff. Good, good, good. Build these 2 things. Let me see what kind of room we got going on here. How is the oxygen? Kind of stuffy, but tell me we have a mess hall. Good. And then we need to deconstruct this mess hall, or this little mess table, and then this will now be a bedroom. Right? Bedroom, or barracks, whatever. Okay. So that's good. Got power, and it's almost midday, and we're generating 354 watts. We can get up to 380, and that'll be here shortly because we're getting 50,000 lux. So this guy is in fact doing really good. Cool. Yeah, we don't need we definitely don't need the things. Buried object discovered. What do we have here? Oh, this actual thing. Yeah, hot polluted oxygen vent. You know what? We could probably do something with that. And while we're at it, let's go dig up this guy. Okay. Oh, just had to do a good sneeze. All right. I think so. So we finally have it built. But we will then, when we come back in the next episode, so this is part 2, and we'll get ourselves a part 3, but in that, we'll actually be turning it on. So in between episodes, I'll pump out this stuff, and I'll do that thing that I said. We're going to pump it out, fill it with hydrogen. So, first close off this room and this room. And then, or probably close off that room too. We can do that. We close off that room, and then fill everything with hydrogen. We could probably even close off that right there. Yeah, and then fill everything with hydrogen, and close off the steam turbine rooms. Pump it out again. And then start pumping in water, and then that's probably where we'll pick up in the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I am trying to bring it to an end. There we go. And so I want to reach certain criteria. I did want to complete... Oh my god, let me click on the thing. I wanted to complete all of this stuff. So, Home Sweet Home maintains 16 morale. I mean, I did do that at some point, but I got to build a Great Monument, and then, so that one's not too bad, but the thing about the Great Monument, if we look at it, it requires a shit ton of steel, and this one requires, we got ceramic, which we do, plastic, which is good, and this one requires diamond. So that's why we were trying to increase our steel production here with, this contraption right here. We want to increase our steel production, so we needed more fossil, and then our next thing is that we need more diamonds, so we need more rad bolts, which means we need more liquid nuclear waste, which is why we're building this thing. But that's not the only reason. I still wanted to build this because I think it's interesting and wanted to try that. So like we're getting there. Oh, let's get one of these, and then I'll be able to collect all this trash. So yeah, we're getting there. That was for the monument, and for the Great Escape, we want to establish civil colonies. So that's why we're on the Icky planet, Iconia, and we're gonna place down a mini pod, and then I believe it's on Dustino. Maybe that's it. I don't think so. Probably not. Let's look at Belchy Boy. How about this planet? Belch? No. Frigoria. Okay, this is probably it. This is the temporal tear opener, which we got to get there. We got to come colonize this planet just at least a little bit so that we can get this thing to actually open the temporal tear, so that then we can fly through this guy, and that will complete the Great Escape. Yeah, breaching. We got to breach it, or we got to open it, then breach it, and then while we're doing all that, do the mini pods, and then while we're doing all of this stuff, in the meantime, we're also going to be picking up artifacts. So these are the objectives that I want to complete, and then I'll be able to say that like I'm done with this series and we can move on to some other stuff. What are you doing? You're idle? No, that makes sense. Chlorine gas vent. That's bupkis. What if we do this? I would like to come down here and see what this is. Are we going to be okay with that? Digging down there like that? Yes. And then we want to dig this out, dig that, and we want to leave the abyssalite. Because this will be where we grow our mealwood. Probably like right here. So we also need to start pumping out this polluted water. We'll get it into a sieve. Yeah, we'll get it into a sieve and start storing. We'll start storing that water. Okay, there we go. But this thing, a chlorine gas vent, that kind of sucks. We could probably do that to like feed balm lilies, but what can we do with balm lilies? Can pinch of pepper nuts? I'm getting ahead of myself. We are looking to end the episode. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today. I told you what we're gonna be doing in the meantime, and hopefully things aren't as chaotic. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. And until then, stay strinky.